Hey, you got Justin, and welcome to this training. And here today, you're going to learn how to go to 10,000 followers in 30 days or less. Now, the truth is, when you have this process dialed in, you can actually do it a lot sooner than that. I'm building a channel right now that is going to go to 10,000 followers in 7 days. So, once you have this process dialed in, you're going to be able to duplicate it over and over and over again. So definitely hang tight and pay attention, because this is going to be the step that you need in order to monetize Facebook and make money through ad breaks. Okay, so here we go. Really simple. Here are the steps. You got to pick a niche. You got to create a page. You have to create an ad campaign. Then with a $5 budget. Then you have to split test that campaign with 2 or 3 ads. And then after that, you're going to pick a winner. Once you pick that winner, you're going to scale up to 10K followers, and that's it. Now, the first step is picking a niche. I call it the Big Five. And the reason why I call it the Big Five is because within these 5 niches, they're so big that you can dig down to any one of those 5 and pick a wildly successful fan page that makes you tens of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, because that's the opportunity that we actually have here right now, because we're so on the ground floor with this ad breaks money making opportunity. Now, the 5 are fitness, entertainment, sports, food, and travel. All right. And in any one of those niches, like I said, they're huge. Fitness, you can do specifically women's fitness geared towards working out. Entertainment, you can do MMA. Oh, I'm sorry, that's sports. For sports, you could do MMA. You can do wrestling. That's huge. Entertainment, you could do movie wheels. You could do critiques on movies. The sky's really the limit. Food and travel, those are also huge as well. For food, you could do recipes. For travel, you could do destination locations. And because we're going through the pandemic right now, as I'm shooting this, you could be doing travel-related opportunities for driving to places that are an hour away from you, and you can find cool spots to go to and all the different discoveries that you can have there. I mean, the possibilities are literally endless, okay? Now, I'm not going to go so deep into that, because what I've actually done is I've created a training which will give you the top 25 most profitable fan pages. And I asked for every 5, I pick one, and I actually give you an example that you can go to and model after the channel that you want to create. So I did that there. And also I have a really cool training on the fan page that does 7 figures. Really gives you a bird's eye view of what it looks like to build a 7-figure fan page, okay? And I go step by step on what they're doing right, what's working, and how you can model that and do the same, and the goals that you should have for yourself. So this is a jam-packed free training. All you got to do is simply opt in at the bottom of the description below, and just simply opt in, and you're going to get access to this training, and you're going to get the 25 most profitable niches and the Facebook fan page that does 7 figures. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for the latest updates, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is actually walk you step by step exactly what you do in order to create your very first fan page, okay? And monetize it. Now, what you want to do first is you want to actually go to Facebook, right? Simple. Let me just take it here. Okay. And then from Facebook, you want to go to create. Okay, once you go to create, you go to page, you click on page. And then you go from there and you go get started. You pick the name of your page. You go to categories, and you decide whatever the page is. I already created the page. I called it test, and I just picked anything. But for you, if it's food, let's say it's food, then you would pick one of these things right here. Not food and groceries, consultant. You could pick consultant. It really doesn't matter, and you don't have to put your address. Don't show my address. Okay, so right there, you can literally just put anything, and it won't actually display it, so you don't have to worry about your home address or anything like that. And you click continue. All right, when you click continue, it's going to take you to a page like this. All right, and now you have your first page. Now, what I've done is I've already set this up, and it's really simple. You're going to need a Facebook cover, and you're going to need a thumbnail. And what I use for a thumbnail is a service called Canva, and it's free. You simply go to canva.com and you go to templates and you go to Facebook covers. Okay? You go to Facebook covers and it's going to take you to a whole bunch of templates that are already pre-made and pre-designed. Now, you could go through any of these and pick it, or you can create a blank Facebook cover, and you can use if you have any familiarity with Adobe Photoshop or anything of that nature, and you can create designs, you can do this. But if you're like me and you don't have an artistic bone in your body, then you just pick something like this and you're good to go. So I picked, I believe, this theme, where it should be, right here, okay? And I just put it over here. I downloaded it, and then I put it right here. I went to change cover. I put it to my desktop. I uploaded it, and boom. And I put test because I'll actually be using this as the test fan page. You definitely need a fan page because without it, you can't actually make money from Facebook. Okay, you have to have your own page. All right, and then what I simply did was I literally just took a picture of this tee and put it here. But again, if you want to really increase the look and feel of it, you can use this with Canva, or you can go to Fiverr and get someone to create something really unique and really that feels good to you. Okay? Now, once this page is here, you're going to see that there is another page which you want to go to, which I operate out of all the time, which is what Facebook wants you to operate out of. It's called Creative Studio. Now, with Creative Studio, this is going to tell you the health of your page. Okay, you're going to be able to see. You just go to Creative Studio, that Facebook, and you can click on this link, and it'll take you there. And you simply go to Creative Studio, and you go all the way to monetize, and it's going to then give you the overview, and then it's going to tell you your eligibility for your 10,000 followers. Okay, so this way you'll be able to track, to know where you're at. All right, and since this is a brand new account, it's not gonna have anything. So once you I have multiple pages on the left side, but just on the right side, if you look for in-stream ads, you're gonna see criteria not met, and because this is the followers that I need, and these are the 30,000 1-minute views. So we're talking about this specifically right here for the 10K followers, but the same approach would actually work for getting the 30K 1-minute views, which I can talk about in another video. But so now that you know where you're at, now you can actually go and make the effort necessary in order to get you to that 10K. So now that you've created a page, the next thing you want to do is you want to create a campaign, okay? Now, how do you create a campaign? Well, it's really simple. You go to Facebook again, and this time, instead of going to create page, you want to go to create, and you want to go to create ad. So when you click this button, it's going to bring you to your ad account, okay? And then from your ad account, it should look something like this, okay? Now, once you have your ad account set up, all you have to do is press create, okay? And then from create, you're going to be able to create your first campaign. Let's just click on that. All right. So now that your campaign is created, what are you going to do? It's very simple. This is their back office of Facebook for your ad manager. If you've never been there before, if you have been here before, it's super simple. I know you'll be able to figure this out really quickly. If you haven't, they have different stages of how you can market. And depending on what you're advertising will depending on how you'll be setting things up. If you have your own business or you have an affiliate account because you're an affiliate marketer, then you would be in the conversion section. But if you're creating fan pages in Facebook, then you need to stay in the consideration section. Now, what you do is for a like campaign, that's what you want to create. Or even though it says like, sometimes you're going to hear followers and likes on Facebook. It's pretty much the same, but they choose to use followers as the medium in which you have to get. That's the marker, the benchmark that you have to get. You have to get 10,000 followers. But if you hear likes, it's interchangeable. So anyway, engagement, you click on engagement, and you go to page likes, okay? Now, once you have page likes, really simple, you want to name the campaign. And let's say that you are in the food industry. So you would just name this, let's say you wanted to do recipe I hate recipe. I hate spelling recipe. It's never spelled right. Recipe. All right. Recipe fan campaign. All right. So now you have the recipe fan campaign. You want to go to continue. And what I also like to do is just keep it consistent. So it always says the same thing on each different level. So there's a campaign, there's an ad set, and there's an ad. And they ask you to name each one. I just like to keep it the same name just so that it makes sense for me when I'm actually checking it. I have a lot of pages. I got to find mine. So the next thing you want to do is you want to pick your page. I'm just trying to find my page. Where are you? Okay, this is my test campaign page. And now we want to create an audience. So what we have to do is we want to make sure that we are targeting the right audience to growing our page, because the last thing that we want to do is have a page that is not relevant to the content that we're trying to create. So we want to have a market to content match. So if we're doing food and we're doing recipes per se, we want people who live in the United States. Age group we're going to keep the same. Gender we're going to keep the same. And here's where you actually want to detail targeting. All right. So detail targeting. So what we do is we put, let's say, I love this place. It's called Tasty. I'm sure you've actually heard of it. It's a big fan page. I think they have it on YouTube. They have it all over the place. If I'm doing recipes, I would want to target Tasties, right? Because they have the biggest chance of me reaching my target fan base. So Tasty would be one. Now the cool part about Facebook is you can actually have suggestions, okay? So that you can see similar pages that you can also target. And I usually like to pick 5 different interest groups that I like to target. If you don't have 5 interest groups that you can target, then I would probably look for another niche to follow, okay? Because that means you're not going to have enough to build on, usually. But don't, everything is a grain of salt. You can break and fix, any rule that anyone sets, because you can always find a way to make it work. But usually if you're just starting off, you want to just start off with the biggest opportunity for success. So Food Network, that looks good. Cooking channel, also great. Master Top Chef and Foodie, okay? Now with that, you're looking at 58 million people with a potential reach, which looks great to me. Okay, and then you want to also make sure that your budget is $5 a day, not $25 a day, because you really want to test this out, and you want to create 2 to 3 new campaigns as well, just in case the first one doesn't work. So now you go down there, and then you go to ads. Now again, you want to be consistent with your average. All right, and then. So the identity, it's going to pick your fan page that you have. If you have multiple fan pages, you got to select it. And then also you want to create some kind of media, right? Because you're reaching out to growing your fan page. So you would then pick an image. I'm just going to use an example image that I have. Obviously, you would want to pick something that's relevant to your niche. If it was food related, you'd want to have like some kind of delicious looking. Wait, actually, let's go to Tasty real quick. Facebook. I should have said Tasty Facebook. All right, so you see their images. They have really good food images, right? Like, yeah. So like this would be a great example of an image that you can pick to to actually putting into your page. So let's actually use that, just because we want to be consistent with what the targeting that we would be using. So let me just copy that. Copy. Voila. Image. Okay, so let's go and put this image over here. All right, so now you can have well, obviously this isn't a great picture, but you'd want to crop this out so it looks perfect, but I'm just giving you an example. And then you want to say love Okay. So that's a copy. Obviously, I would spend a little bit more time thinking about it, but this was off the top of my head. Love to make awesome food recipes. Consider joining our fan page by clicking the thumbs up. Okay? And that's pretty much it. So now that you have that, you want to press confirm. And then what's going to happen is then Facebook is going to ask you for their information. You're going to put your credit card details or your PayPal information, and you're going to click OK. So basically, that's what it is. Now you have a campaign. So what I was saying before is the next thing you want to do is you want to go here, and you want to test 2 or even 3 more campaigns just like that, but just maybe changing the pictures around so that you can see which is going to give you the cheapest cost per like. So then you go to quick duplicate, and oops, should have asked me to make multiple duplicates. But anyway, you do a copy like this and you duplicate it. Let me just do it one more time. Oh no, you actually press duplicate, and then you can see how many copies that you want to make. So if you want to do 2 copies, you go duplicate, and from there you'll have 2 of the same copies, and then it's going to say copy number 2, and it'll also say copy. It should say copy number 3, but it might not. All right, so this is copy number 2. Then you would make this copy number 3 right here, and you would keep everything the same. And the only thing that you would change is right here at the bottom where it says campaign. What you want to do is you want to just change the actual picture. You might want to keep the copy the same, but change the picture. And then you'll change the picture here. Then you'll also change the picture here so that you have two different versions of the original, okay? So you have 3 total, 2 different versions of the original. Change the picture, run the test for the campaigns, run it for 2 or 3 days. After the 2 or 3 days, you're going to come back, you're going to find out what the winner is, and then you're going to eliminate the other 2 and then scale that up to 10K. And that's exactly how you build 10,000 subscribers. Once you identify the cheapest cost per like, you simply just scale it, and then you go. You got 10,000 followers just like that. So if you like this video, if you like videos like this, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for the latest updates, and also make sure to pick up the free training that I did on the Facebook fan page that does 7 figures, and also pick up the top 25 most profitable fan pages, because that will really help jumpstart you finding and picking the right niche for you that you're most passionate about. Well, that's it for now. I hope you got value from this training. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.